today I'm nervous. I took my medicine. I'm super excited. I'm nervous to talk, so we'll see how the vows go. But the rest of it I'm excited for.
My name is Kylie, and I'm from Omaha, Nebraska.
Abby. I am from Ohio. So far, I think it's been really fun hanging out with everybody, and today I'm nervous. It's a midway point between Ohio and Nebraska. Easier for both families to go 6 hours or 5 hours than a whole 12 hours.
I was on TikTok during the pandemic of COVID. I was in a really dark place. June 2020, I had planned on not continuing my story, and I started posting content about mental health matters, and I hashtagged it, and it just so happened to pop up on Abby's For You page on TikTok. She messaged me. She was so brave, and she messaged me and said that she was so glad that she came across my post.
We met on TikTok. I was going through something rough, and then I messaged her. I was like, you're just super positive, and I really needed that, and she messaged back, and we never stopped talking since.
And somehow I just shed a little bit of light in a really dark time. We did so much talking through FaceTime that I felt like I already knew her. So when her mom offered to buy me a plane ticket to come meet her for the first time, I instantly said yes. There was no question in my mind that I was supposed to go meet her, and things happened the way they did for a reason.
She was in Nebraska. I moved, I think in 2022 or 2020 to be with her, Lox, and Thea. And yeah, and we've just been traveling the world since.
Oh, the shortest one here.
When we get off, it's going to be like in 5 minutes. So it's going to be in the future.
This isn't fast.
Thank you. We are.
We fight over turtles. We didn't know if their shell was attached or like if their bone, like they didn't have bones and just like their skin was attached to the shell. And Abby doesn't know what's inside the shell. But I looked it up. And it does in fact, it is all connected and they have the whole internal skeleton.
I figured. I never said I didn't know. I was joking when I said that. I swear, I didn't think it was just on the inside. Aww. Like the heart's next to the ear. Like, no.
Extra. We're extra, all the way. We look at ourselves as like a power family. We're always there for the girls. We make all the shirts to every event.
So when Abby and I first met, my final seal of approval was going to be whether my kids took to her or not. And I remember little Loxley crying. She cried for 3 days after Abby left for the first time after meeting in person. I knew right then and there that the way that she cared for them and talked to them and played with them and letting them brush her hair, and she understood everything my kids were trying to say without them actually saying real words. And just seeing them bond and talk, and Thea was a little slow to warm up, but Abby's such a magnet that now they're best of friends and they'll never be able to be separated.
Or I cannot. If Kylie's somewhere, chances are I'm like a few steps behind her, or maybe hiding around a corner or something like that. But we're always together at least. But as a couple, we're pretty strong. Like we talk all the time.
That's my shoes didn't fit, so these are the only shoes that are working. Oh, how are you guys? Your shoes are working.
At the gas station, stopped me and asked if I was Ellen Page. When I told them no, they didn't believe me.
That was like yesterday. It was a long time ago.
It was a long time, but I'm saying someone.
Yesterday they did this a long time ago yesterday?
No. They were like, are you Ellen Page? I was like, no. They're like, you're lying. I'm like, no, I'm not. Should I see my ID? Right.
Oh, that's funny.
Abby is a little bit slower paced.
And I am quiet, and if someone looks at me, I might just get startled or something.
She's very articulate, very detail oriented. She can tell if something is off in the room with just the way someone turns or looks or the aura that they bring. Her goofy side is probably my favorite because a lot of the time she doesn't make sense, and that's okay. You don't have to make sense. It's just warm, calm, and loving and kind.
The best description is Kylie's, usually up dancing on the bar, and I'm in the corner just being like, okay, like that's fine.
My family's a whole ass mess. Like, for real, everybody's messy in their own way, and they know it too, so I don't even feel bad saying it. So I was raised by my grandma and my Aunt Michelle. My grandfather passed when I was about 4 years old, but they got guardianship of me and my brother because our parents were not healthy. I had to come out a few times, so that was kind of rough. Once they realized how happy Abby made me, all bets were off, and my grandma, she's pretty traditional, but once she saw me happy, she was on board. My sister Taylor, she is my biggest fan. She gives me the tough love that I need, but she's always on my side regardless. And when I say we're different, I mean nothing about us is traditional. I've never really seen a super successful marriage within my immediate family, and with my parents not being around. It was more so everybody just went on their own path, and then I just happened to be the product of two really great people who weren't my parents, but they chose to take on that role. At the end of the day, we're dysfunctional as hell, but I know where my people are, and I know that I can count on them. I've had multiple people ask me if I'm nervous or anxious or scared or am I feeling anything other than joy? And my answer is no. Abby and I both made this wedding as simple as possible because the fact of the matter is that at the end of the day today, we are going to be legally wed, and it's all about us. My personality is very magnetic, I've been told. I'm ready for anything. I'm gonna conquer anything. I'm gonna hit the ground running. I barely miss a beat. I'm a little bit spacey.
She is loud and crazy and doesn't care if the attention's on her.
But it's just because my brain is filled with all kinds of things and ideas, and I'm just ready to go all the time. What'd you say?
On August 24th, that's the first day I messaged her, which is the day we're getting married today. 4 years later, and then I see her talking. She said,
Can you edit that?
"It'll be all right." It's as Kylie would say, it's all a part of the story, right?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I messaged her on August 24th, 2020, and that's 4 years later. That's why we're getting married today. I asked my parents because they were there celebrating for their birthday, and then we were there for like a longer weekend. I was like, "What if I proposed to Kylie at 7 Magic Mountains?" It's these colorful rocks that she didn't think I was paying attention to when she was talking to me. So we all got in a limo.
We took a limo, which I thought was interesting, but I didn't question it because I was ready for anything at that point in my life because Abby and I were on such a high that it didn't matter what we did, no matter where we were, as long as we were together, it was going to be a great time.
I pretended like I was blindfolded, but I wasn't. I changed my full outfit. She was completely blindfolded.
This girl is getting changed right next to me, and I have no idea what she's doing.
We walked up to 7 Magic Mountains, and I
got out of the limo. I'm blindfolded. Abby's stepdad, Dave, is guiding me, and we're walking across the rocks, and it's kind of hilly and uneven territory, and I was like, "You okay, babe?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm good, babe."
Proposed to her there.
She was not blindfolded, as I was, but I didn't know that at the time. My blindfold's off, and there was Abby on one knee. And when I tell you, my body was overcome with joy. I was shaking, I was excited, but she wasn't speaking. So I was like, are you, keep going? And you see it in the video. I'm like, keep going. And finally she said, I love you, will you marry me? And I jumped up and down and I said yes.
Then we went to a drag brunch the next morning to celebrate. She told everybody all along Vegas, just everyone she passed by, that she was now engaged. She proposed to me when I moved to Nebraska.
Her family knew I had set it up to where my family plus a few of my really close friends would be there with us. And the girls made a sign and everything. It said, will you marry me? I had everybody that I loved involved from my side. And I started playing this song called I Can't Wait for You to Be My Wife.
She told me to take, 2 of my medicines. She said it's gonna be kind of crazy, you're gonna need them. Right, like as we pulled up with the U-Haul and the car and everything, she had all of her friends and people there. The girls were holding a sign that said, Abby, will you marry me? And then I cried too. So that's how she proposed.
I think as soon as she heard that song, she knew what was happening. I told her to close her eyes, and I got down on one knee, and I knew that she deserved to have that moment of proposal just as much, if not more, than I did at that time. I am calm, I'm excited, I'm ready, I'm just pure magic is what's going through my veins right now.
I'm excited to see her, like the first look type thing. I'm not excited to cry because I feel like I'm a sweat, and I don't like that, but...
Let the song keep playing. Okay, now they're standing by the side. Let this part play. Just let it play all the way through. Not all the way through.
Now, do not step on the grass. Pull the sleeves down.
No, I got it.
And it's also being able to absolutely break down and be held in a time of grief. Honest with one another and trusting of the person we love. So Abby and Kylie songs and your love of one another.
This is my vow to you. Kylie, I am randomly starting my vows on March 27, 2023. You haven't even started yet. And if your feet have somehow found their way into my sock, is crazy to think about. I vow to never take these nights with you by my side for granted. I vow to always try my best to make sure that the smile I saw on your face the day that we took spontaneous trips, occasionally or simple, came into my life and completely changed it. Completed a part of my heart that I didn't even realize was incomplete. I'm going to talk to you guys real quick, okay? Real quick. Okay, Thea and Loxley, I vow, which means I promise. Once you get to be with me and your mom will always be your biggest cheerleaders. Your artist buddies when you come to us at 10 p.m. with a school project that is due the next morning. Your safe place where you can be creative and express yourself in whatever ways you want. Your shoulders to cry on and anything and everything in between. I promise. All right, Thea, I have yours. Thank you for taking on every responsibility of motherhood with me. And I don't apologize for one enough trying to steal your identity. Do you remember that one time I thought I was going to go see Grand Canyon? Do you remember that? This is so much better than that. Your dreams, encourage your art and your passion. I promise to push you to be the best version of yourself. I promise to do better at not just hearing you, but actually listening to you.
having proclaimed your love for and commitment to one another in the sight of myself and these witnesses, it is my great pleasure to present to you Mrs. and Mrs. Hines. I now pronounce you married. You may kiss one another.
I was gonna walk away saying that, so.
All right, you ready for this group photo?
Yep.
And then we'll do.
Get some with your people, and then we'll do a couple with both of us.
Yeah.
Get some with only my.
People.
Just,
It's your people.
I'm saying for picture purposes.
All right, I guess I'll do with
My dad and Cindy, because they're right there.
and then then my mom.
Oh, there we go. Aww.
Oh, now you're being nice.
But fell off on the seal. I wanted to cry.
We're not even in color yet.
I should listen to it.
No, you're good.
that's all we need. We can go to the park after dark, smoke that tumbleweed. As the marijuana burn, we can take our turn, singing them dirty rap songs. Stop and hit the bong like Cheech and Chong. Celtics from here to Hong Kong. Roll my joint, pick out the seeds and stems. Run high as hell, climb through Palmdale, skating on bacon ribs. So roll to Bill. If you I bet my caddy with a little girl named Jan. I let her ride in my caddy because I didn't know her daddy. Got my ass looking like a zebra.
Closing out on my way.
Daddy pulled up in a Chevrolet.
Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. Feeling breeze keeping me awake.
A vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make.